Hey, my name is Geoffrey Wood. I'm the author of The God Cookie. Again, another comic novel from me. This time it's about, again, a couple guys who work in a coffee shop, but this time they're a couple guys working in a coffee shop arguing over a Chinese meal at the buffet across the street. And their conversation turns to the conscience and whether or not God still speaks. One of the characters, Parrish, says, yeah, I think God still speaks. You know, it's like when you hear God talking to you. And the other two characters are, what do you mean by that? Why don't you explain that? He tries to explain, doesn't go very far, and then one of his friends, Duncan, says, well, you know, I think people hearing God, it's a lot like that kid in the Bible. And they say, what kid? He says that, you know, that mother who wanted to have a kid, but she couldn't have a kid, so she said, God, if you give me a kid, I'll give him back to you. And they're like, is that Samuel? And they're like, right. And he says, it's kind of like her chips were all in. If your chips are all on the table, she was all in. And once your chips are all on the table, it's easy for you to hear God. That's when you can hear him. So Parrish goes and thinks, okay, I don't think I've ever really done that. So the next thing he does is say, okay, God, I'm all in. Whatever you want to do next. Nothing happens. No thunderbolt, no lightning, no voices. So he goes about his business, walks back out to the table, opens his fortune cookie, and instead of a fortune, he gets a very direct statement of something to go and do. So he gets a fortune cookie from God, and he has to decide, does God work that way? What do you do next? So he starts to try and follow out that adventure step by step by step by step. And as he does follow God in faith, he sees that not only does he learn something, but all of the things are actually falling into place for a providential plan for somebody else.